If you don't own one of these and you work on your own motorcycle and lawn equipment and such, you probably ought to own one of these. Screw this together here. This just sticks into the end. Sorry. Like such. And let's see what we get inside the fuel tank. The lowest point in this gas tank is here. The bottom left. So we want to go in this way. Uh-oh. Get it as low as we can go here. Hey, look at that. It looks like gas. That's encouraging. That's very encouraging. One of the benefits of keeping your tank full is storage. You know how when the temperature changes, you'll get a dew line on your gas tank, moisture? Well, it's doing the same inside as it is outside. So if you're down here,
It's all rusty.
it's creating all that moisture inside. These are aluminum, these tanks. They do rot out because of corrosion and shit sitting underneath the fuel pump. So each service on these, you take these 4 screws out, you take the cap off, you're going to go in with a screwdriver and loosen the clamps for the fuel filter, lift the fuel filter out, change the fuel filter, and then reach in and squeeze the 2 tabs on the fuel pump, click, click, and you lift the whole fuel pump right out of that pocket. And then you get down there and you suck that cavity clean. Could even put some 2-stroke oil down there, gear oil, whatever, something that'll stick, and then you put your pump back in and refill your tank. This I'm not so worried about that. Fuel is pretty clear. So our next step is going to be, let's connect a battery to it. See what she does. Again, low point of the tank here. Our seat release here. Here is where the battery lives. Of course, the computer sits on top of the battery, so we're going to have to reconnect the computer in order to start it. But we'll wire in a different battery for now. We used the one that I had for this in the 93 K11 LT. 74,000 miles. Just for reference, this is the fuel we took out of that Ural sidecar rig 2 years ago. Yeah, you see that nasty layer of sludge there, right? Well, this is fuel that I put in a jar at the same time that was good fuel. So you see the difference. This is full of cornmeal or something. I don't know, some nasty looking shit. We got our Motronic connected. I'm not worried about the ABS computer right now. It was nice this bike did not have an ABS fault. The ABS does work. It did when we parked it. It's been sitting 10 years, of course. Don't know what's going to happen with that. Alright, so now we turn on the key and listen to that familiar fuel pump buzz. Turn the key, clock's on. Why don't you manipulate the choke there full bore.
Your plug thing in there.
Hmm?
You got this in the.
Oh, that's alright. Throttle still turns and all. Maybe not a great connection. Okay. Turns over. That's a good sign. This battery can't be weak. I mean, it's a deep cycle. Big battery. You don't want to do much more than this. We gotta really have a up to snuff battery in the bike. K-bikes, when they crank slow, the starter relay closes to do the cranking. If the battery doesn't have enough energy, it won't disconnect. So that relay will stay connected, and this thing will sit there until you take the ground strap off. We got the 6 amp sparkulator going here, juicing up the battery. So I'll give this one more try. That sounded better, right? Still says no. Needs a battery. Beamer Boneyard to the rescue. I'll have one by the end of the week. I'll have 2. I'm going to get 2. Should have an extra.